Welcome back to the Elden Ring Firebomb Challenge. Today we're going to be trying to take out Loretta so that we can pick up a couple of things. Now, that last ritual pot, it's really not that big of a deal, the one that's locked behind her. Why we're really doing this is because the guy that you... Bro, don't. Just don't. Please don't. Bro, please don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm hiding. Actually, screw this guy. So there's like a merchant behind this boss, who will sell us the last ritual pot. But the other thing is that he is guarding 8 old fangs. Old fangs being necessary for this monster, and that really reduces the amount of farming I have to do to start attempting Rennala, so that's worth it to me. He'll sell 5, or like he'll sell 3 and there's 5 right next to him for free, so that plus there being the 8th ritual pot, it's like, yeah, that's worth it to me. 8 is the max that we can get before we get to the capital, which is locked behind Rennala, or one of the other. Like, you can do Radon, but I might try it, but I really don't think I'm going to try it. I don't think it's going to be our answer. We have to fight Radon eventually, but I'd love to have infinite of these before I do. I explained in another video that I sort of simulated doing it on my first try, because you can get enough. You run around this place, actually, this place where I am right now. You can get enough to make, I want to say, you get like 12 of these rimmed crystal buds, so you get enough to make 6, something like that. Maybe you get 24 of them. I remember you have like enough to make 12 of those pots, but seriously, he's such a monster that I don't trust that I can do it in one, so I want to have those. You have access to infinite farming, the rimmed or the rhymed or whatever it is, crystal bud, after you beat the bosses in the capital. Then you go up here and you get them. So that's the background. We're gonna fight one of my favorite fights. I just like the aesthetics of this fight. We are, we're not fully optimal. I could go with the Radigan's Sword Seal, or I could go with Thread Feather Branch Sword to do the hyper mode thing. But I think I can beat her just like this. I feel pretty confident. So we will start with pre-workout. We're gonna do some Golden Vow, and we're gonna do some Contagious Fury. We're gonna get in there now. You may have seen me last time. One of the things you want to do is you want to draw her out of the link, because she takes reduced damage when she is in the link. And dodge. And hit her. And hit her again. And oh, not nice. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, that's fine. Another thing we can do, so right now we don't have the faith to cast Flame Grant Me Strength, which is really good. A couple of things we could do. We could... So, buffs 101. Buffs in this game, they stack multiplicatively, but but you can only have one buff of each type of buff. So, the Jellyfish Shield is its own thing. There's some stuff that's like outside of this system and will stack with everything else. So the Jellyfish Shield is outside of that. Golden Vow is a aura buff, and Flame Grant Me Strength is a body buff. And pretty much how it's going to work is that you can have an aura buff and a body buff. For us, there's also weapon buffs, but we don't have a weapon, so we're not going to do that. So, there's another body buff that's called Howl of Shabiri that is very good, and in some ways is a little better than Flame Grant Me Strength, but it requires even more faith, so we're not going to do that. There's, instead of doing Golden Vow like this, I can use the Commander's Standard. I fight an area boss, and then I get some big halberd that I can use that with. I don't think I'm super concerned about the turrets. Oh, I always forget she does that. And punish. know she used that like 3 times. And dodge. So she's in like her second phase. She doesn't really have a second phase, but she has this. Her spells get a little bit better. God, I love that spell. Super easy to dodge and it looks so cool. Everything you want. Okay, I'm starting to run a little low on pots, but I think I can do it. I think this is the time for this. I say as I get absolutely obliterated. Yeah, we definitely have enough pots. We definitely have enough power as long as I sort of keep my mushroom buff up. So yeah, there's a thing I could get, the Commander's Standard, that would up our damage a little bit. It's an aura buff, so it would replace Golden Vow, but it's good. I like it. I think we're going to stick with where we're at right now. Pre-workout, Golden Vow, and Fury, and let's go. At me, and then it hit. And then there's a way to time it, but I'm not sure how to time it. Oh, come on. See how many times she fired that? Zippy. Get blasted. And punish. And oh dang. Follow stab. Try and get my. That one's so quick that I feel pretty good doing it mid-battle. The other buffs, like I don't really feel good doing Golden Vow mid-fight. Aha! I know your range. Also, it's very easy for me to realize, to see how, oh, here we go. Pretty much 1 or 2 full volleys of that is enough to absolutely destroy me. Here we go. Oh, come on. See? Oh! So glad I did that, Zippy. Okay, I think one more. After this, here we go. Take your lumps. I said take your lumps. There we go. Awesome. Oh, and chicken foot. Chicken foot. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. That was good. That was good. That was pretty clean. What was that? 4 or 5 attempts? I'll take that. So I will need to farm for some more gold chicken feet, because I need levels. Levels are important. Actually, can I make them? What am I missing? I'm missing regular chicken feet. And I'm probably not at the place where I need to be for. Oh, I am. Okay, so Faith. Now I can cast. Oh, sweet. I can now cast Flame Graphic Strength. That is cool. But the unfortunate thing is that I will not have enough runes to buy that last ritual pot, I don't think. Certainly not enough to buy the old fangs that I want to buy. So how do I get some easy runes? How do I get some cheap, easy runes? Rune farm, rune farm, rune farm. I don't really have a rune farm in mind. I didn't have one like locked and loaded, ready to go. The bears in this area are not bad, so I'll need to pause for a second. Be right back. And I'm back. So rune farm, rune farm. Let's think about rune farm while we're farming chicken feet. One possibility that I like a lot is to go around killing bosses, which is like the... I don't think you call that farming, technically speaking, because yeah, we're gonna use a silver chicken foot to farm other chicken feet. I know that seems silly, but actually no, we're not. I realize that it's not that big of a deal. They drop. Enough of these drop that I shouldn't use those. get away. That's okay, we didn't waste a pot on him. So yeah, a nice thing to do that's not really farming in a real way is to farm area bosses and then dungeon bosses. Come on, foot. And that feet. No feathers, need feet. Yeah, so to farm, like, I'd go around, first I'd farm like all the tree spirit avatar things, the guys that hang around these trees, because they're all weak to fire, and they're area bosses, which means I can come, you know, mess with them and then come back later after I've made more pots. I'm not really in the place where I need it. Jeez, how many feet did I get? 1? Lame. Lame, lame, lame. Still, yeah, so, we could start by killing all the Earth Tree avatars, you know, the various flavors of that, and then you can move on to, like, killing the putrid, or not putrid, what is it, I don't remember what they're called, but they're, like, they also have to do with the Earth Tree, and they are, like, all messed up, though. They're, like, big snaky things, they're long, and they move around their arenas far too fast for my liking. I forget, putrid's tree spirit or something. They usually give you a golden seed when you kill them. But farm them for some. Just go around killing all those guys, because again, they're weak to fire. Like focusing on guys who are weak to something that I can do. The death birds would be nice, because they're all weak to holy, and I have sort of my alternate. Hey, there's another chicken foot. My alternate method of damage is holy right now. Holy damage. No! Get back here, you bastard! Okay, there's another foot. Just gonna make gold today. I really don't want to farm old fangs today. I'll do it, but because that's where we're at. We gotta start doing that. I said I want to farm to 24 before I really start attempting. And I forget how many levels I needed. I should probably put that on the checklist. How many more levels I need. I wanted strength to be 50, dex to be 20, and faith to be 15. So it looks like we're only 6 levels away. That's not that bad. That's not that much grinding. Did I get another chicken foot? I did. Every major boss, every like even minor boss, that's not like a super baby's first boss in Limgrave boss, is gonna get a chicken foot, a golden chicken foot. I don't have to do any math as to whether it's worth it from how much I bought them for, because all that I am buying them for with the currency that I'm using here is my time. Which, let's not think about what that's worth. Then you start to ask some uncomfortable questions, like why are you doing the Elden Ring Firebombs challenge? And those questions are left best unanswered. Let's make, how many do I have of these? I have 1. Let's make 1 of these. We'll do another full lap. I don't know if there's any more penguins or puffins or whatever these things are. They're not penguins, they fly away. Can't be penguins. Yep. So we'll do another lap. How many do I have? I have 5. Now we'll call it good. So let's start thinking about trees. There's not one there. That's where I farm for supplies for my holy stuff. Yeah, I think this. I don't know if I've killed this one yet, or if that was a different playthrough. I've done this playthrough a couple times. But I think he's worth a good amount of runes. That would be nice. I think I can one cycle him. One cycle meaning I don't have to ride away and make more. These got 28. God, man, I burned through those mushrooms and those butterflies so fast. I'd really love, again, for you know, the archivist who is watching these videos later, to keep a running tally of how many pots I've thrown. It can't be too hard to do. Just sit there with a little clicker. That could be part of your grad school project, your master's degree in meme history. Because it'd be fascinating to me to see how many pots I throw. How the heck do I... This way. Yeah. This guy's worth a ton of souls. I kinda... He's a gimme, but I don't. He has so much health. I could try and fight his little dragon babies the way you're supposed to fight him. Or I could try and... There's bleed build-up pots. They do exist. But a couple of problems with that. One problem is that I don't know what the materials are off the top of my head. I don't know if they're easy to farm. And 2, I believe it scales off of arcane, and my arcane stat is my dump stat. So I don't... Oh, Jesus! Okay, that scared me for a second. We're cool. We're cool. Just lost my cool later. This is perfect. Pre-workout. Oh, wow. And today we're going to pick up Flame Grant Me Strength and our Clobber Seal, which is 2 of the last few things that we're going to get. I said... Torrent. Okay, whatever. Send it! Send it! Wish you wasn't standing in the rain! And... Whoop. Okay, now I can control. Said, now I can control. No! Okay. Almost lost my cool. It's an old Jim Carrey cringe reference. Yeah, I think I'm gonna one cycle. Except I hate that spell! Ah, see, that's how it screws me. That's how it screws me. Because you can't really look where you're going while staying locked on, and then you run into a tree or a pot. You get so screwed. Okay. No rain. We want no rain. That's rain. God, we burned through those so fast. Hate it. Okay. We're gonna do some oh man. He's interested. Oh god, he's really interested. Nope. Sir, no. I would give 2 talisman slots for the ability to throw these pots further, by the way. I would give 2 talisman slots for that. Mainly because my talismans are not that useful! Oh god! There's only a couple talismans that... Oh god! There's only like 4 or 5 talismans in the whole game that are related to what I'm doing. I should probably go pick up my runes. Try to go in before the fall and all that. And reapply my mushroom. I also would appreciate being able to reapply my mushroom while I am on the go. Okay, that's why, like, it takes one of those little light beams to absolutely wreck my day. So, if we're talking about kind of the end game, our options for damage are going to be kind of limited. Our main damage is going to be fire. We have this, we have this, and we have this, and Flame Grant Me Strength only works with fire damage, and so that's going to be our main stuff. second thing we have, second option we have is, oh, I don't even have it yet, the lightning. Lightning is our second damage option. We have to respec to use lightning, because lightning scales first with dex, then the strength. So we have to respec all our strength into dex and vice versa. Our third option is holy, because we just have one hand damage, but in the late game, holy damage is ass. It's the absolute worst. Kind of wish it wasn't like that. I get that from soft, like, I've always been kind of mean to holy damage builds, even though holy damage wasn't even a thing for most FromSoft games. It was just magic damage with some sort of weird sacred alignment that they've always been kind of mean to every kind of split damage, which is always confusing to me, but that's a topic for another day. But what really upset me is that my first playthrough, you may have heard me talk to my sister about this, is my first playthrough I was kind of disappointed with I was trying to go with a light guide, like a guide that didn't just tell me, go here, do this, do this, do this. Didn't turn out so well. But, you know, I kind of wanted to play holy, right? I like the paladin. I always like the paladin archetype. Every game I play, every RPG I play, at least the first character I play is the paladin. You know, heal spells, big shield, big sword. Maybe a bonking weapon too. He cast it twice. Asshole. No! Good lord. Oh, that's a Scarlet Rot. Scarlet Rot. Oh, I forgot he does that. Here I go again. Should be 2 more, maybe 3 more. Tinkerlips. And Tinkerlips. And eat a chicken. Chicken foot. Okay. See how much we get for him. Ooh. Oh my god! I thought that said 14,000. I was like, okay, 14,000. That was 141,000. Holy crap, that was good. Cool beans. Excellent. So yeah, that first playthrough, I was going through the game, feeling pretty good about stuff, and I was doing sacred damage, or holy damage, whatever you call it. And I like get to the final boss, and I'm whacking away at him with a sacred Zweihander, and I'm just wailing on the boss, and I'm sitting, I'm like, I am doing no damage. Like, my strength is like 80, my faith is like 80. What is going on? I look it up, and like the last like 6 bosses that you conceivably fight have like 80% holy damage reduction. Why was no one gonna tell me that essentially this build is just ass? Like, what? Why would you allow me to build this? A build that is just not gonna work. It just seems that is the one thing that I go, that's poor game design. That's the one thing I say that FromSoft is poor game design. I'm cool with the brutal hardness. I'm cool with the show not tell. I am even cool with the we don't care if you miss half the game, because our storytelling is such that you will come back and find the rest of the stuff you missed. I'm cool with all that. But I don't like that you would allow me to build essentially what is a build that will never work in the late game. I don't like that. That's mean. It's not like a mean build either. You'd think that the Paladin was a standard. Anything that's one of the original D&D classes from like D&D 1, that should be viable. And that's my rant of the day. Okay, so he gives you the last. Yeah. Come on.
Why not pick
Blah 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 blah. Okay. He gives you the last ritual pot, and he has 3 old fangs. Thank you. He also has a larval tier. This is useless. Don't care. This is the best blocking Ash of War in the game. So if you're into blocking, there's your thing. Budding Horn. What does it do? Don't remember. Weathered map. Don't remember what that is. This is a good arcane weapon. does it do? Doesn't this do something? I mean, it has good frost resistance? Is that what I'm seeing? No, I don't even see... Yeah, whatever. Yep, so that's why we came here. So you'll notice that we now have way more old things. We have 20 old things. We only need 4 more for my little, for what I said I was gonna do. Oh, and a little something more here. Spelled with dried liver. That'll just, we'll sell that to somebody. I'd really like to have the 6 levels I need. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And then we're gonna pump faith, actually, because of reasons that I'll talk about in a minute. Is that a wall? There's some... Okay, so what are we doing next? First, we're probably gonna need to do some farming. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to the capital, we'll farm. This is where I farm for smoldering butterflies, and while we're doing that, I will talk about what's next. So, we have to beat Rennala. Or Radon, but we're gonna beat Rennala. One of the ways that we're gonna beat Rennala is we're gonna be using these red main fire pots. However, each one of those, conceivably, every single one of those pots takes approximately, in addition to the normal farming I do, you have to farm old fangs, and realistically speaking, an old fang takes about, let's call it 1.5 to 2 minutes to farm for each one. And that's irritating, because you have to farm, not only you have to farm for it, you have to farm for the silver feet, silver chicken feet, so that you can actually get a rate that is worth farming for. And then you have to farm for the materials to farm the feet, because you need to, I can't use a dagger to kill all those birds. I have to use another fire pot, so I have to do more of this, what I'm doing right now, for that, and then you have to do more of this just to make the red mains, because they're not just old fangs, they're old fangs plus smoldering butterflies plus mushrooms. And they're 2 mushrooms instead of 1 mushroom, so you have to do twice as much. Anyway, call it more like 2 to 3 minutes for each one of those. So I kind of don't want to go just cockeyed, no, not cockeyed, what am I trying to say? Half-cocked in there. I want to be a professional. I want to go in there and absolutely blast her on the first try. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be fighting Rennala for several times. And what I want to do, realistically, is I want to run out of regular pots fighting her. Like, I really should give myself a hard number so that I don't cheat myself and I don't. We're going to follow the golden rule of Souls games. First you learn, and then you win. If you try to win while you're learning, you will fail. So, you fight the boss several times without really trying, without the idea that you're going to beat the boss this time. You're just learning. You're just focused on learning the patterns. You're focused on learning what opportunities the boss gives you to punish it, what you can do during those punishes. For us, that's easy. We only have one thing we can do ever, so either this punish is safe to, this opportunity is safe to punish with a pot, or it is not. Like, it's binary. It's not like, oh, it's safe for a light attack, heavy attack, that's what you normally do. Oh, and we're out of mushrooms too, so we'll have to do that. So, it's going to be like that. We're going to just go and we're not going to make any red main pots. You know, that's actually kind of a dumb way to do this. So what I should do is I should make the red main pots. I should have them in my pocket. I should have them, like, here. I should have them put here, ready to go. But you don't touch them until you've run out of your physical pots. Because that's kind of a half learn, and then you win. Because if you run out of your 19 regular fire pots, then you should be very close to winning. So that's the time when the red main pots come out. Because conventionalism would say use your heavy pots early when you have all your buffs up, and when you have, like, and it'll shorten the fight, because the shorter amount of time that you're in a fight, the less likely you are to screw up and end up losing. But I think that's how we're going to do it. We're going to use the ritual pots, and it's going to be like our finisher. Yeah, that actually sounds really nice. That's the way that we're going to do this. You can only use the red main pots when you run out of regular fire pots. Yeah, that's sounding better and better. On other bosses, we're not going to do it that way. Because we're not going to be in this situation. This should be the only boss that we're in this situation. Morgott is another Godfrey, or Goldfrey, the sort of spirit version of Godfrey. I don't want to say he's a pushover, it's just that I know him pretty well. I know that moveset pretty well. And the last time I did this, I first timed him. With the last, but the last pot connected and it killed him. First try. That was very, very fun that happened. So I'm not super worried. I didn't have to use any ritual pots on him. So we shouldn't need that. And then Morgott, I beat him with no ritual pots, but I was in hyper mode. But what that means is that I got acquainted with his moveset and was able to no-hit him. And that severely shortened the length of the fight, no-hitting him, and because I had so much power when I was no-hitting. So that's, and then after that, we will never be making another red main fireball. I'm not going to say that we're never going to make anything with an old fang again. And I guess the reason for that is that, so we have this red main fire pod, right? It's an upgraded version of the standard fire pod. It uses the standard fire pod ingredients plus the old fang. And it uses a ritual spot instead of a cracked spot. There is the same thing for the lightning pots and the magic pots, and they have the same thing. It's you have to use the standard lightning pot ingredients plus an old fang. You have to use the standard magic pot ingredients plus the old fang. So, and the lightning and the magic don't have this equivalent where you get to a certain point in the game. Fire blossoms are abundant in the mountaintop of the giants. It's super easy to farm. So and that doesn't exist. So if we ever need to go hard in on either lightning damage or fire damage, that is what we will be doing. So we might have to farm old fangs again, and that doesn't sound fun to me. The only thing I think we might do that for is, I think, Elden Beast. There's a couple things we might do it for. But fire damage is really good in this game. Most things don't have very high damage reduction to fire. Except, of course, the scariest thing in this game to me, the fire giant. So we might have to do it for that. But that is a cross that bridge when we come to a situation. I'd really hate to have put all this work into this just to get up against that brick wall. Realize that it truly is mathematically impossible to beat the fire giant, and then have to sort of abandon this quest. That would be sad. I don't think it is, though. I think that there's a couple things that we can do to turn the tides. First of all, Iron Jar Alexander is available for summoning in that fight, and that's cool. So we'll have an NPC. And you can summon I can summon my own jars. So that's some more damage. It's not much. I'm pretty sure they'll all just get flattened by him, but it's something. And then yeah, I'll have to do it. I mean, there's a lot to do to like crank your damage up. Doing hyper mode, doing using like the white mask and the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, which boost your damage for, I want to say 30 seconds after somebody procs bleed, and that includes when you proc bleed on yourself with Sububu. There's a ton of extra buffs you can do. You do these like one-shot buff routines, like where you inflict poison on yourself intentionally to proc the Lord of Rot's Exaltation or whatever it is, the Rot. It's the same thing, but the same exact thing. There's a helmet and a talisman that will proc for 30 seconds after somebody gets poisoned. So you poison yourself and you cure yourself, and you got 30 seconds of boosted damage. It's not a lot of these buff routines are made for one-shotters. People who just walk in, wham, send it, and it kills the whole boss. That's never going to be us. But we're going to try. There's another thing that there's some more buffs that you can do if we end up respecing into intelligence, which God, I hope we don't have to do. It's not so much the materials are actually fairly easy to farm for intelligence pots, but I do not want to have to do it. I don't want to respec 6 times to get through this game. But if you do that, I'm fairly certain that Terra Magica, the spell that you put on the ground, will work for magic pots because it increases all magic damage. I'd have to test it out. But yeah, Terra Magica, throw Terra Magica on the ground, that would boost magic damage, that would give us an edge against I think the Fire Giant is weakest to magic damage, or it might just be equal weakness to magic and lightning. Don't have it in front of me. All I know is that he's got 50% damage reduction to fire, so fire's probably right out. That probably means about 90% confidence that it's out. I have been doing this for a while. Let's see where we're at. 124, that's what I'd like to see. Okay, now let's go do some mushrooms. Probably run my yapper. Pretty confident in my ability at these stats to one-cycle Rennala. Meaning that I only need to waste 3 of my pots on not damaging her. Pretty sure that's the situation. But we will see once we get there. I'll probably do one exploratory, like an even more of a first you learn and then you win situation, because I want to know what it will take for me in 1 second. I don't want to use all of my buffs, because you have a couple seconds in between her dying, her first phase dying, and her second phase rising that you can do, I don't know, maybe 2 buffs. So if I could wait and not do jellyfish until after that, that would be beneficial to my second phase. It would give me longer time bonking her. Second phase. Okay, while I'm just here, I'm just gonna make the okay, no, just keep it clean. I want 24, 24, 20, 24. And what would be nice is that, you know what, I'm not going to do 24. I actually know, I have a better plan. I'm going to farm them until I get to the next level of runes. Then I'm going to, because I want to just be able to burn runes. I don't want to have to I don't even want to see that little golden spike that is recovering from this. I don't want to see it. Well, I'll see it, but I'll go, nope, no runes in there. There's like 200 runes in there, I'm not even going to count that. Yeah, I can dig it. So that's what I'll do. I will farm until I get to the next one. And then whatever old fangs I have, I have. Speaking of which, that is 20,000. 20,700. And how many more mushrooms? We're in for maybe 5 or 6 more of these laps. This is the best mushroom farm in the game as far as I know. According to the wiki, this is the one that the wiki listed. But to be fair, I found a better farm than what they said in the wiki for smoldering butterflies, so they're not infallible. In fact, they're just a little scummy on that website. I won't name names, but the main wiki, and I still use it, the main wiki for Elden Ring, they do this thing, a little bit scumbaggy, but they basically embedded a player to their Twitch channel in their wiki. So when you log into their wiki, when you, not log in, but when you just into their wiki, it logs another viewer to their Twitch stream. And I don't even know how often their Twitch stream is running. But it massively, it's like, I think they call that view bombing with robots or something like that. They're doing it to themselves, and I imagine they get revenue based on number of viewers of their Twitch stream, and not to mention the ads on their website, their wiki website, which I block with a standard blocker. But yeah, that's kind of a scumbag move in my opinion. Like, don't. First of all, that's wasting bandwidth, massive drain on bandwidth, RAM and stuff. And also, like I don't think I've ever watched a stream, which is hypocritical of me that I'm recording these. And I've watched recordings of streams. I prefer the recordings of streams that are heavily pared down. I can't just watch 8 hours of a guy doing this. But I'm not really, kind of hate the streaming culture, what it does to people. It's a topic for another day. But I'm not interested in that kind of content. I'd rather see the summary of somebody doing a challenge run, in an interesting challenge run. I don't like the stream thing. Just don't. Maybe I'm just old. I like streaming to my buddies on Discord, showing them what I'm doing. I would even watch them, but I would never watch them if they were published on an actual streaming platform. I mean, that's hard to say because none of my buddies would ever have done that, so maybe I would. Buddies are old. Got families and kids. And let's see where we're at. 100. Let's do one more lap. I like to go up to 100. That's kind of that has been my go-to. Before I farm up to 100, I don't hate myself for farming. It sure does help that I'm sitting here talking to myself. It really helps. Gets my mind off of it. That was a terrible run. 115. I'll take that. Okay, what are we off to now? Let's get, first things first, let's make sure we grab Thunderberry Strength. And so we'll have to go ice one of the Tibia Mariners to get a death root to give to Beastie Boy. That's just for a seal. Now, I'm definitely going to be joining the Frenzied Flame. Definitely going to be joining that because it's kind of it's fun. Oh, that'll be worth selling. That's nice. But for now, and I want their seal. I want the seal that is that because again, it's kind of on theme with what I'm doing here. Oh, did I not? I haven't rated this. There's the thing about doing multiple runs right in a row. You forget what you've done. These are wonderful. Stealing. I love stealing. I love taking things. Vendor reference. That's probably a dated reference at this point too. I think in my last run I spoke about this scarab, this invisible scarab that's running around right here. Used to be one of the most powerful things in the game, called Flame of the Red Mains, and then they nerfed the crap out of it, which was proper. It was doing like 80 poise damage. That's too much. That's too much poise damage. That's way too much poise damage. You stagger people in one shot. You stagger major bosses in one shot. I don't know who the heck let that like buy in QA. You wonder if like some people put stuff in, they don't remove it from QA because they want there to be something special that they know about. Then I don't know. That's cynical. That's bad game design. Okay, gently, gently, gently. Gently. And this. Oh, no, definitely not. I was hoping to pour it out. If you're really good, you can pour it out. There, but I am not very good. I'm just a man. Is there anybody who I want to kick the snot out of while I'm over here? Zykes, the dragon, the decaying dragon, has like negative. He lives like. Is it here? No, he lives like right here. He has like negative resistances to everything, but he also has just a gigantic health pool. So I don't think I'm gonna go mess him up. Oh, and I think we decided that. Well, yeah, I should probably kill the version of Commander O'Neill that lives here. He's the guy who holds the rallying standard. Should I? I don't know. Nah, I probably shouldn't. I'll come back and kill him later if I need to. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Fort Pharaoh and grind that until... No, Castle Morn, rather. This was Fort Pharaoh that I was... Well, no, that wasn't. I'm all mixed up. Yeah, so we'll farm this until we get to the next level, and then we will... And then I think we'll be ready. Oh! Dang it. That's okay. We won't be ready then, but we have one more step. We have to go get the seal. I'm not gonna buy the finger seal. We need a seal to catch a fast spins, so we need that. Then we'll start banging our heads against Rennala. Absolutely testing the sanity on that fight. Not have time to fight you guys. I have limited time to fight you. I need to be able to do 2 of these laps in one sit. I do not have time for this. Oh my god, it killed me. I didn't even... Oh my god. So, not only did I waste half of a turn, I wasted an entire turn because I didn't even get to. That might have been an old fighting. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's super embarrassing. Oh man, that's I do not like that that happened. Take a pre-workout. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. FPS is dropping. I died the first time. Bro. Okay. Select your poison. Nice. They stagger me out of animation. Crazy. Oh god. Bad doggy, bad doggy. Is that everyone? Any more takers? Any more? Takers, flames? Okay, I thought I saw one. Yeah. Hopefully. Iron click. Great. Great, great, great. Love it, love it. So happy. So happy. Thank you. Sir, may I have another? You know, with all the liquid runes I picked up in the graveyard, I might just do this one round and then this in the second half of this first season, and then call that good enough. Because, man, do I hate this farm. It's not the worst farm. I don't even know what the worst farm would be, but it's not this. Okay, that's all I need. Just need to. Not that the other two buffs cost me anything, but all I need is to one-shot all of these guys and to two-shot the big one. All my buffs together don't make me one-shot the big one, so there's no use in doing them. Zero old things. Cool. Okay. Oh, hey, bad doggy. I can't craft anymore. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it. Butterflies. While we're here, we can put butterflies because it mitigates some of the other farming I have to do. Fairly certain butterfly farming is I don't know if it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite kind of a silly thing to say because I hate all farming, but it's the easiest of the farms that I have to do. I just saw a item over here, and it's probably hoping that it's about to get me killed. That's a type of liquid runes. Because we sell those. And I don't have to pretend. I can warp. Although, I should have sent the elevator back next time I'm here. Or maybe I'll never have to come back here. Yeah, optimism. Let's go with that. Alright. Tibia Mariner. I think, yeah, there's one in here, and he's a super pushover. I'm not really looking for runes right now, so I will go with him. I'm not even going to spec for holy, because I think I can just nail him with fire. He's not as vulnerable to fire as he is to holy, but he's a little bit vulnerable. Okay, that's not the kind of damage I was expecting to do. So let's at least do the buffer chain. Let's go practice. I do not want to have to multi this with the first to be but I didn't consider he is sitting in water. It's 20% water production. That's more than I was expecting. Okay, now that I just wait for, I'm not even gonna, yeah, 2,800, so I'm not gonna waste a chicken foot on that. That's the death room, that's where we go. Now we go to Mr. Beastie Boy. We get his seal, because it's just kind of, honestly, I could have just bought the finger seal from the maidens, the twin maidens.
I smell feeding me. Tarnished, I should feed me.
His questline's super good. He gives you a very good spell about halfway through, or maybe 2/3 of the way through his questline called Stone of Garank. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Excellent spell. Alright, is it time? Is it time? I think it might be time. We're going to snag one more level. We're going to put it into Faith because eventually I want to be casting either Howl's Shabiri or the spell version of Golden Vow, this guy. Because the spell version is just massively an improvement. So we are going to make 8 of these. We're going to equip them, but it's very important that we not use them. Discipline. Discipline is key here. We are going to switch over to the Radigan's Soar Seal. I don't know, man. So, the Strength and the Dex are already at the soft caps. The Vigor's nice. It gives them more hit points, but it also increases damage taken, so I don't think it's going to be... What is the answer here? Is it Hyper Mode? Is that the answer? I hesitate to do Hyper Mode. There's 2 reasons why I don't want to do Hyper Mode. First reason is that I do not want to, well, we're gonna, you know what, we're just gonna leave it like this. We're in learning mode, we're just gonna learn. I'm gonna prepare Hyper Mode though. Oh, I don't have a dagger. We're gonna go to go to Lost Grace. We're gonna grab a dagger. It's only gonna take a second. Hope I don't get attacked by the invader. I might. Nope, no invader. Good. It's this guy. This fucker. I forget what prompts him to attack you, but at some point he attacks you. Don't need that memory stone. Don't need that dagger. It's good to know that we have stone sword and keys here if we need them. I don't need the spirit calling bell yet. I missed my opportunity to talk to Blue Waifu, I think, which is why it's here. Yeah, I don't have the soul jars yet, and I'm not planning on using them unless I have to. Let's 400, 800, 800, 400. Yeah, that'll be enough. Oh, it's not enough. It's so close. Okay, I'll sell some stuff. 20,000
Now,
silver.
those eyes of a challenger find them well.
Sell that. Sell that. We can sell that. Sell that. And that should get me. Just barely. That's what we want. Just barely. I can burn my runes. Yeah, we're gonna do faith, because we're gonna need faith. So I have 32 runes. 32 exactly. I'm not going to count that. I think anything less than, at this point, anything less than 500 is like barely worth counting. Perfect. Okay, now I think we're ready. So I'm going to set up for hyper mode just in case I ever want it. So that slash blood dagger. I need to memorize flame strength. Don't need any other spell. I need to equip my seal. Might as well equip my shield too. Make sure. Oh, I am fat rolling, so fuck the shield. Don't need it. That's part of hyper mode, and yeah, I'm not gonna use it. So, got the Clarmark seal. You can see there is actually something in your hand. It's kind of hard to see because this one doesn't glow or anything. Oh yeah, there it is. You can see it in my left hand. That's what you use to cast incantations. Flame and strength. Yeah, I think flame and strength is going to be the answer here. 7 reds and 3 blues feels. Oh, and I'm going to have to pause real quick. And I am back. So for like the sake of the video break, it's going to be smarter just to, we're going to end it here, and then we'll start a new video just now. So that it's kind of like preparations for Rennala and then doing Rennala. So that's going to be it. We're ready to go. Ready to go into this fight, and I'll catch you next time.